Lyft has taken out their bikes and scooters from LA. Lyft has removed its scooters and shared bicycles from the region, citing a lack of long-term commitments. They say they're disappointed to end bike and scooter service for Lyft customers in LA. Now, this is all in relation to the pilot program. Santa Monica has been regulating bikes and scooters through an extended pilot program. The current iteration involves 4 approved companies: Lyft, Spin, Vio, and Wheels. The loss of Lyft leaves the city without a local bike share provider. When it comes to scooters, there's Uber, Bird, Lime, a ton of them, but bikes, not as popular. Metro operates its own bike share program. I'm gonna be honest though, the Metro system in LA isn't that good, so I take this statement right here with a grain of salt. And then going down here, which is kind of crazy, Santa Monica officials say they do not plan on making changes to the current provider mix until the pilot program expires. This is really interesting to me because a big controversy right now here in LA, especially in Santa Monica, in case you didn't know, is the scooters. It might be like that in your city too, but especially in Santa Monica on the kind of beach pathways, there are different sections where it's illegal, and I'm not making this up, it's illegal to ride a scooter on. And if you get pulled over, again, I'm not making this up, you can get a ticket just riding a scooter. They're so popular. There's different sections in Santa Monica that's illegal to drive them and legal to drive them, right? It depends on the area that you're in. It's been a massive issue. I've even seen people just kind of ignore that and ride through crowds on scooters, potentially hitting people. You know, there's even some workout stations in Santa Monica that I've seen people on scooters just drive through, typically tourists, right, and interrupt people's workout on scooters. It's kind of annoying. And the scooters are a very bittersweet thing because on one end, it is kind of nice and fun to ride a scooter, you know, let's say in Santa Monica or pretty much any other city, and be able to see everything and, you know, have that kind of adventurous feeling. But on the other end, they're super disruptive and, in my opinion, super dangerous, you know, especially, let's say, on a main city road. And in addition, I mean, riding them, they can go up to about like 18-ish miles an hour. I think sometimes even faster than that. And I know 18 miles an hour doesn't sound fast if you've never ridden one, like compared to a car. But when you're on one and it's like shaking like this and you're like, oh, it does not feel safe. Something about them I just don't trust. I know people who've actually like gotten severely hurt riding scooters. So not even just the disruptiveness of the communities when it comes to using them, but also the fact that they can be very, very, very dangerous. And with this, I find this very interesting because on the scooters part, I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. I'm not blown away, but there's other scooter companies. You have Bird, Lime, Uber has their own scooters as well, so not the biggest deal. But with bicycles, I feel like if anything, one, they're way safer than scooters. And two, I've noticed that people on bicycles and people using those bicycles tend to be a lot more, I think, respectful of other people's space. That's something I've just personally noticed. My guess is because I think if you're riding a bicycle, you know, okay, I'm on like a big vehicle, so to speak. So I can't go through all these kind of unique small alleyways and going to these places that people are working out because they have a bicycle. But with the scooter, it being so small, I think a lot of people have the perception that they can weave through crowds and people and objects a lot more efficiently and effectively. And granted, I guess in some ways maybe you can. Of course, a scooter is way smaller than a bicycle, but it is interesting when it comes to this pilot program. It's primarily targeting bicycles. And to me, I'm just kind of confused where why not target scooters? I mean, scooters cause the most controversy out of anything by far, especially, like I said, especially in Santa Monica. But it's weird they're targeting something that I feel like I've never really seen that much negative attention about. Kind of weird, but I guess we'll see what happens in the future.